Hey there, my name is Veronica Barton, and I'm a criminal defense lawyer here in Los Angeles. My office handles all cases where someone is charged or is under investigation for a criminal offense. We have a heavy concentration in domestic violence cases, and we also have a large concentration in sex offenses. I've been working in domestic violence since I first started working in criminal defense over 10 years ago. I've also trained numerous attorneys in how to handle and how to beat these cases. We have a really good plan of attack in defending clients charged with domestic violence. If you are arrested or you are under investigation, right now is the most crucial time to start building your defense because the prosecutor's office is conducting their pre-filing investigation. That means that a police officer arrested you in the street and they felt like they had probable cause to make their arrest and they made it. But now the case is passed off to the prosecutor. And the prosecutor has to conduct a secondary investigation from their office. They call in all the witnesses, they talk to the police officers, they review body-worn camera footage, they review all the reports, they review anything else that's evidence in the case, and based on that investigation, they make their filing decision. They could either go along with the officer and file the charges that you were arrested for. They could file a more serious case. They could file less serious charges. Or they could choose to take no action on your arrest, deem your arrest no good for some reason, and the whole thing is done. Now, this is the most important time for my office to get involved. Think about it. The prosecutor is conducting what I call a lopsided investigation. They're listening to the police officer that arrested you, and of course that officer is going to push for a formal charge. They made the arrest, they want to see the prosecutor follow through on their arrest and make it into a case. So it's a lopsided investigation, right? If they're only listening to the officer, then chances are that the prosecutor is just going with them. So when I say it's the most important time for me to get involved, it's because I need to step in and I need to speak to the prosecutor. I need to step in and persuade them not to file the charge or file a lesser included charge. So, I plant the seed in their ear. So when they're talking to the police officers, they're talking to the witnesses, they're making their decision, they're thinking, well, Veronica's going to file a motion to suppress in this case, or Veronica found a technicality that I'm going to have to deal with somewhere down the road. It's my hope that I can knock the case out before it ever becomes a thing. And I always tell people, winning a case in the pre-file investigation is better than having the jury come back with a not guilty verdict. And you might say, why is that? Well, think about it. If they file the charge, you have the stress of this charge and this case for 6, 8 months, sometimes even a year, while that case is being prepared to go to trial. So there's that stress and that anxiety for half a year to maybe even a year. And right now the courts are backed up because of COVID, so getting to trial can be very difficult right now. And also, I hate to say, but you never know what a jury is going to do. No matter how strong your case is, how strong your defense is, how wonderful and great your defense attorney is, a jury is always an unknown. So we really try to avoid going to trial at all costs. And if we can win in the pre-file investigation period, there's no stress. You move on, I move on to the next case, everybody's happy. So right now is the most important time to get me involved. It's the most important time to talk to me about your case. I need to work with a prosecutor and I need to try to knock this out before it ever becomes a thing. Now, I know that you don't like the situation that you're in right now. There's a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety that goes along after you've been arrested and when you're facing a formal charge in court. But pick up the phone, give me a call, and let's talk about it. I'll walk you through everything. I'll tell you what you're facing. I'll tell you what your defenses are, and I'll let you know, is this something that you should be worried about, or is this something that I think I can probably knock out before it becomes a thing? There's a call button on this website, so click it and, call me. We'll talk about it.